Hello, fellow dorks, and welcome back to Alone in the Dork. Man, I am on a roll. I'm like pumping one of these out a day, which is a lot of editing. Beyond that, I didn't have a lot of questions from last session. I was feeling pretty good about it. The only mistake I made, which wasn't really huge in the grand scheme of anything, was I didn't take the point of arcane damage from the enemy when it died. So remember, if you do remember, part of this domain, whenever I kill an opponent, I get hit with a point of arcane damage. But it didn't matter because I healed everything up anyway. So I am, for the first time in the entirety of doing this whole scenario, and that is including stepping into darkness, the introductory tutorial, I am full health. As a matter of fact, I'm more than that because I have 18 ether and I can go quite a few rooms before I lose that ability. I guess something I am wondering is that altar still there? Can I keep going back to that altar and like losing a health to gain that ether back to a max of 5, but like, can I refresh that if I walk back by after the effects have already worn off? I don't know. So, all right, let's just jump into this thing and see what goes down. Oh, hey, buddy. All right, so if you remember where I left off, I'm just going to open up this door and see what happened. I had that big fight with that knight, and that was a knight to dismember. I started adding these puns into the titles, and I was really proud of that one. We know how this goes. We're just gonna roll the stupid dice. So I actually, for a change, know if this thing is trapped or not. That's nice. So let's roll to see if it's trapped. It is not. Hooray! So if it's locked, I can use my handy-dandy crowbar, which I've yet to break in. So let's see if this thing is locked or not. I think it's a 12 plus. It is a 4. It is an unlocked, untrapped door. Off to a great start, he says before he gets destroyed by what's ever on the other side of this room. Let's see. Again, I kind of want rooms. An 86 is a room. Great. So yeah, the reason I want rooms is because I want that layer die to go down so I can knock the layer down, so I can find the freaking boss, kill the stupid thing, and also I'll find the exit all the faster. Man, just one door in this room coming up. I want a room with a lot of doors. I'm really getting scared I'm going to hit a dead end and have to backtrack. Okay, so here is our new room, and let's see what it's all about in here. The walls are covered in soot and fire marks, clearly indicating that a great fire took place here. The layer check is now a D8. Come on, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. A 2! The layer check is now down to a 6, a D6. I am getting close. Mathematically, I should find the layer boss in 5 more rooms. Again, I want it kind of close because I have all this ether just kind of brewing at my fingertips and I'm full health. So, okay, layer check, good. Now, if you do remember, the tension die has gone down as well. Crap. So maybe this siren knows I'm getting close and the tension is growing. So now the layer dice is a D6 and the tension die is a D4. Oof, we are getting close. And now let's see if I fight something. On the roll of a 10 or above, I am. A 3. I'm not. Okay. I feel like I've been getting lucky and unlucky. I have not rolled a fight in quite a few rooms or corridors, but I keep doing these events that I keep failing, and then all of a sudden fights come up. These dice have been treating me fairly well, so I'm going to keep them on the board. That looks like a 70. It's a 70. Okay. Let's see what we got. What event do we have in this room that is covered in soot and fire marks? The moment you enter this chamber, you are assaulted by a spirit of darkness trying to possess you. Make a resolve check. Uh-oh. I'm going to make a resolve check. I'm going to keep these dice because they're treating me well. So I have a 20% chance. No, 40, excuse me. I'll roll a 20 and be happy about that. That looks like a 95. Boy, that is a fail. Okay, let's get rid of these dice. Okay, if I succeeded, I would have fended off the entity and gained 20 XP. If you fail, the spirit corrupts you and you feel overwhelmed by misery. What honestly is different than just walking through this place and being overwhelmed by misery? Each time you enter a room, oh no, you lose 1 sanity unless you sacrifice, aka destroy, a magic item in your possession. Once you destroy a magic item, the curse disappears. Oofa. I need to look up how you gain sanity back. Wow, that really sucks. Okay. It is a room. I can scavenge. Okay, let's see how this treats me. My scavenging roll is a 32. Hey, a 29. Yay. Okay, I found something. Let's see what I find. In this soot-filled room. 9. I'd love some crafting supplies. Hooray! Crafting supplies. Why I want that, you may ask. Because I'm starting to stress out because my trader is quite a ways away from me, and I want the crafting supplies to barricade myself better. Great. I got another 3, which is what I just spent was 3. Fantastic. Okay, that's great. So my crafting supplies is back up to 9, which lets me like do an uber-duber barricade 3 times. So I'm feeling a little bit better about that. Yeah, I don't know. I could do a container, but to do the container, I'd have to roll the tension die, and it's already at its like most unsteady setting at a D4. I don't want to trigger this thing. Granted, I'll walk into a room, it will probably trigger. So, but nonetheless, I'm going to keep on moving, I think. I lose a light source. Ooh, this candle's almost out. Okay, let's go to the next room. And lose sanity. Oof. It says room. I'm going to just hold that room literal. Room's not capitalized, but I'm still going to hold room to mean room, not corridor. Let's play fun with doors. No clue. No clue. Let's see if it's unlocked. I test the handle. Ooh, it's locked. Time to break out my crowbar. Don't even think about it. I got to keep moving because if we do look at the map, like I have been making some progress. I got to mark off that sanity here real quick. But like, look how far back Snarf is all of a sudden. And the next room I would go to is way over here. That would be, I would roll the tension dice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to get there. And I would lose 5 light, backtracking through all of those rooms. I want to keep pressing forward, which is why I'm starting to get a little stressed out about not having a room with a lot more doors attached to it. So it is locked. I'm going to bust out my crowbar and just see if I trigger a trap or not. I just reset my health. It should have been maxed out as well. Let's see if I trigger the trap. It is on a 7 or above. Of course. Here we go. Trap time. A 1. Dodge. Man, I am not good at dodging things. I have a 20% chance. Arrows. Yeah, I've been hit by these arrows before. Shoot from the wall. Okay. So I need to make a dodge check or I'm just getting hit by a bunch of arrows. 20% chance. That's an 82. That's a fail. So that is 2d6 arrows. Pew, 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 pew. So I take the highest of those, which is 4. So I just took 4 points of toughness damage, which knocks me down to a lovely 26. I shrug it off and then try to use my crowbar. I'm just proud of myself for remembering that I have this. I feel like I got it like 2 sessions ago. My athletics is a 43. So if you do remember, I have been raising it very slowly. And these dice haven't been treating me well. I'm on a 43 or below, but it's actually a 53 because I have my crowbar. Yeah. Come on, crowbar. Yay, a 12. I break it open. That will trigger the tension die, which stinks. But I do get some experience for it as well. Brute force it open. Successful. I did it. Roll the tension die. So I did get some experience, which was up to 480 of 1,000, and then I level up. That's pretty fun. And then roll the tension die. Honestly, I may as well roll this thing twice because I just entered a room and I'm going to trigger it again. It's triggered. So that actually does put me back up to the D8, which does not trigger. Okay, so growing tension. Here we go. You need a break. You can barely keep your eyes open. The next time you are attacked, your opponent surprises you. Cool. That's okay. I say that. We'll see what happens. That if it's that knight, I don't want to be... the knight surprised me last episode, and that didn't turn out too well. Okay, so let us continue on our unmerry way. Let's make the layer check. It is now a D6. A 1 or a 2 would be amazing. 4. Nothing. Okay. Oh, I got to roll a room we're in here. 71. That is a room. And I got to lose more sanity. Stupid Avery. I never even took off the sanity last time. So I'm down to 13 sanity. Yay! A place with a whole lot of freaking doors. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't quite know how this is supposed to line up because it isn't. So I'm just going to do my best. Okay, you can now see the really weird room that we got. Now, I marked off, you can tell right here, I did mark off where there was another door because it just wasn't lining up properly. But mathematically speaking, this could be where just off this room could be where the layer is of the Overseer, just based off of the math. So I did hit what I wanted, which was I got a room with a lot of doors, so that's great. So let's check out an area description of it and see what happens. Echoes of anguished cries reverberate through this room, as if the walls themselves are weeping for the tragedies that unfolded within. Again, we hit like a torture room with the knight, then we hit this room that was burnt up, and now we're hitting this room with like these anguished cries. It seems like we are just getting closer and closer to this overseer here, where she has just been like manipulating and torturing her prisoners. So we are kind of like gaining ground on her. Okay, 10 or above is a fight. A 3. Okay, great. Let's roll another D100. 58. Okay. 58. Ooh. In front of you, a terrible statue depicting what must have been a member of the Valorian nobility appears to intensely stare at you, judging your worthiness. I'm worthy. You feel repulsed by it instantly. Gross. If you accept its judgment, you must pass a resolve check. If you do, you are rewarded. Roll twice on the spoils table. Cool. If you decide to bash the statue, you can remove the effects of a single active growing darkness event. Oh, me likey. I am going to get rid of, oh, man, I would get rid of that one that was the, you lose sanity, which, did I do for this room? But that wasn't growing darkness. That was just an event. Let's see what ones we have here. So here's the game I'm playing. The resolve check. I have a 40% chance of getting that. If I get that, I get to roll on the spoils table twice. Or I bash the statue and I'm not surprised next combat, which is just a boon. Because if I'm surprised in combat, they get like a plus 20 to the roll, and they obviously start the combat. Or I roll twice on the spoils table, and the spoils table is a good one. I'm going to go for the spoils table. It's a 40% chance. Oh, it was rolling to the 40, but then it did hit 48. Gosh darn it. All right, failed. I was deemed unworthy. Stupid thing. Let's scavenge. All right, making a dumb scavenge roll, which I usually fail. 32. 83. I don't like these dice on this page. Next. Okay, I failed. The tension dies at an 8. Let's go for a container. The tension dies at an 8. So let's roll tension. Eek. Good. I did that. Took 2 exhaustion, so I'm like just overturning this room, just seeing what I can find in here. Now I got to see if it's trapped and all that crap. So we're playing that game again. Nice. I got a 10. So I do know if it's trapped or not. It is not. Fantastic. Now let's see if it's locked. A container is a 10 plus. It's locked. That is a 4. I just have me an unlocked container. Okay. Roll a d10. So it could just be an empty container. I want a 6 or above. It's a 4 mocking me on top of that other die. Completely worthless check. All right, let's keep on trucking. All right, we're getting somewhere. This is about the time where I typically get into a combat in this part of the recording. Anything else I need to do? I need to mark off light. Let's just check this door to the north. I want to get rid of this surprise thing as soon as possible with a really crappy opponent. Okay, so checking this door. What do we got? I failed. So I do not know if this door is trapped or not, but it is unlocked. So I walk right through. 7 or above, it is a trap. It is not. Yay! An 89, that is a room. Oh, here's a kind of a weird thing. I don't know how much I'm allowed to like squish around these rooms to like make it possible like to enter, but maybe I'll just squish this one down because there's this really weird little antechamber. I honestly don't understand how the map will work. It'll just keep clogging up. So there'll be all these doors and then they won't go anywhere because they're just going to keep bumping into walls. So I made this really small. So let's see what this room is. So this room is a dead end, if you haven't noticed, which thank goodness I didn't get that before the room I was just walked out of with like all the multitude of doors in it. Ghostly apparitions drift through these halls, their faint whispers offering cryptic warnings and messages. Again, I feel like these are all victims of the siren. Let's see if I'm fighting anything. I got to make the layer check and all that kind of good stuff. Let's do that next. Make the layer check. So this is a D6. We are down to a D4, babe. We are so close to finding this lady. I'm so excited. And if you do remember, our tension die is a D8 now. It's still a D8. Okay, so mathematically speaking, I should find the siren in the next 2 rooms that I find. I'm going to update my layer check thing just so I remember that. Layer check, ooh, layer check, layer check. You die. Okay, all right, let's see if I'm fighting something. A D10 or above. A 5! Yay! Dude, I've been getting lucky. As you've learned, if my rolls are treating me well, I don't clear this, and then the app keeps automatically re-rolling when the dice get all janky on me. 86, okay? I used to work on 86th and East End in New York. This room has 2 doors. Excuse me? One to the left and one to the right, aside from the one you just entered through. Okay. The door to the left leads to the Overseer's lair. Reduce the layer die by 1 stage. So it literally does lead to the Overseer. Okay. The one to the right leads to a strange fountain with black water pouring from it. If you decide to drink it, you automatically trigger a growing darkness table, but recover D10 toughness. Guys, I found her. With the exception of my sanity, I'm doing pretty darn well. Because it says reduce, if the door to the left, you just reduce the dice, which just means it's at the D4, which just means it's reduced. Like, she's there. I know where she is. And it's probably all those people like whispering to me. She's like, she's there. Okay, I'm really nervous. The problem is, she is going to get a surprise attack on me because I haven't encountered anything yet. But my health, I am full health. I'm only down 4 toughness, which I may have, maybe I can, I don't know, do something about that. My ether is still very high. I have 18. My sanity would still be okay-ish. She's a siren. She may actually screw with my sanity a bit. Man, I just don't want to be surprised by her. What the frag do I do? I'm so freaking scared and excited at the same time. I've got these crazy potions that I don't know what they do. Man, this is tough. But I feel like I'm in a place to actually, like, fight. I'm going to scavenge the room and do that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll find some cool stuff. If you survived, click here. I did. If needed, bandages to scavenge, click here. Let's go ahead and make my scavenge check. 32. I'm just keeping all these dice here. It's going to re-roll because that was a crapper. A 34. I failed by 2. Okay, I'll get rid of them. And it is a door. It's still a door to her room, which means you know I'm going to get hit by that dumb door. So now we're just doing a little bit like, let's do a little checky. I could try my dumb bandages. A bandage and a medicine check recovers D4 toughness. I'm so freaking bad with medicine. My medicine's a 20% chance, 24% chance. A breather, I would lose light source and I would just knock down my tension die. But I have all this ether stored up as well where I think I could, if I make it through the first round, I feel like I could keep hitting her with my little anti-magic ether stuff because I should still be within the range. Let's see here. 8 rooms. So I have 8 rooms from this room right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll be 5 rooms away. So I still have my extra points of ether. And my my mind blank ability. Let's check out my character sheet. So suppress mind. This is my ability. It's free and it costs 3 ether. I can do it 6 times. The target cannot use magical actions until my next turn. So for basically 6 rounds, if all she does is magical attacks, which she may, I'm just blocking her. That is why I chose this character. And it's a free action, so I can still attack and do that at the same time. I just have to get through her that first round where she surprises me. And I'm scared of what she will do there. Okay. So yeah, it makes sense that that guardian was out here kind of watching this area because, yeah, this is a chamber that leads to the creepy fountain. Why would you drink from it? And the homegirl. Okay. I think I'm gonna test the door. Let's get the door out of the way, and then if I get the crap kicked out of me by like a fireball or something or a fire trap, I will, deal with it. I am worried about sanity loss because I will be down to 10 sanity. How do I recover sanity? I mean, I could use my sword, but again, I have to kill something to regain 1 sanity, so that's not super amazing. So when your sanity breaks, when you hit 0, one of these things happen. Like your mind could snap, or you could be okay and learn something about yourself and get 100 XP. So that's not bad. But it is bad. Whenever confronted with a situation that would force your character to lose sanity, you must make a resolve check. Oh, so there is this little thing I saw right here, and it just says, whenever confronted with a situation that would force your character to lose sanity, you make a resolve check. But it also says, fortunately for you, you can almost always attempt to resist the effect of sanity loss. So I'm going to go, I literally just stumbled on this. All right, I have lost 3 sanity. So I'm going to make 3 resolve checks and just see if they're not great. But if I get 40 or below, I'll regain a sanity back. I'm going to roll it 3 times. Yes. No. No. Okay, so I gained 1 back, which I'll probably lose the second I walk into that room. Okay, so actually I think it was accidentally at 13. I haven't marked it off for this room, so I'm at 13. Sanity can be recovered by resting at camp as a D4. Defeating an overseer gives you D4. Certain spells, yeah. But resting at camp. I could just, is that dumb? Just a camp? I got my crafting supplies. I'll get D4 sanity back. I'll still have that extra magic. I know it's so stupid, but I may do it. I may just camp again. I'm going to camp outside her little creepy room, and I'm going to open up the door first and then recover from whatever stupidness I do on her door. So let's just derp. Oh my god, I rolled a 98. It was child's play and I rolled a 98. No clue if it's trapped. Is her door locked? Probably not. No, she's too cocky to have a locked door. Let's just... Hello? I'll just peek my head in. Whoops, I need to roll a d10. A 7. That is a trap door. Hello? What happens? So yeah, I'm just getting everything out of the way. Then I'm going to camp. I'm going to do a super barricade. And have I scavenged this room? Actually, you know what I'll do? I will probably look for a container in this room as well, because I'm going to get all that stuff back momentarily. So let's just, it's really nice knowing she's here. Let's see what kind of trap I get hit by. 7. I feel like I've gotten this one a few times. Ooh, this athletic. This is the gas. This is the freaking gas, which of course makes so much sense because she is this awful gas lady. All this gas starts coming in. I'm like, oh man, not this again, because I always fail. But let's see. The good thing about this one is as well, I get to make 2 checks. First, I make athletics, and then I make endurance. And it's only a d4 damage I take ultimately. So let's do athletics. That's a 30. And I succeeded. So maybe I just had an idea, and I just kind of like made a little mask out of some of those poopy loincloths I've been hanging on to. So I know her door's open, but I'm going to barricade the crap out of the room, but I will lose the light. The tension die for the container, which is, it's a d6, okay? Getting a little greedy. I got a little greedy. It's down to a d4, which I guess it could trigger the second I walk in her room. That would suck. Okay, looking for this stupid container. Let's see. No clue if it's trapped or not. That's how I usually do things. Is it unlocked? It is locked as well. I may roll the tension die in here, which actually if I trigger it in here, that may be better because I'll just know what I'm dealing with instead of walking in there. So let's roll the tension die again because I'm going to make noise because it's locked. Okay, let's see if it's trapped. A 7 or above. Here we go. No, it's not. Yay! It is locked. So I need to break open this stupid lock. All right, so I need to make an athletics check. I do have this crowbar, so it gives, I'm at a 53. Yeah. Come on, crowbar. Fail, 69. Excellent. So, okay, so I roll the tension die. Again, that may not be the worst thing in the world. We'll see. Because I think I'd rather it trigger in this room than in the room with her. And indeed, it triggers. So let's see what happens. The shadows grow longer. Uh-oh. Make a resolve check. If you fail, you lose 1 sanity per each active growing darkness event. Whoa. Okay. Really glad I'm taking care of this right now. So how many active growing darkness events do I have? Make a resolve check. Well, let's just pass this thing and then I don't have to worry about it. That is a 40. Come on. 66. That is a critical fail for my resolve, and unfortunately, that is not a skill, so I can't check it to improve that. Oh, but okay. So let's see what happens. So I lose 1 sanity for each active growing darkness. Actually, I guess it's just 2. I've had 2 growing darkness trigger. So I just took 2 sanity. But I did get a critical, stupid fail on my resolve, which I did bookmark this page. Mental lapse. The character succumbs to the mental pressure of the situation. They lose D4 sanity. Out. Like the one stat I really couldn't afford to lose. 3. That sucks. Oh, well, let's see if that dumb container had anything in it. I guess if it's a crappy magical item, I can just like sacrifice it. All right, I'd really love a 6 or 6 or above. An 8. There we go. Click here to retrieve your loot. Roll a d20. An 8. A pouch. I don't think I can carry any more freaking pouches. And you can't put pouches in pouches. All right. I'm just going to carry it on my person and just sell it when I get a chance. I think that thing was like 100, so I'll get 50 coins for it. So it's basically like I just got 50 coins. Pouch. I got room for it on my gear slot. Okay. Well, that would have been nice. You win some, you lose more. And here we go. I'm going to camp. I need to eat a ration, which I have. Forgot about the ration part, but I do have it. Ooh, looks like I just have 1 ration. Ooh, is this my last ration? I forgot about the whole ration part of camping. I do have cooking supplies. I may actually, because I'm barricading 3 freaking times, and cooking supplies will knock that up. But the barricade, since I'm doing it 3 times, is going to still make it a negative number. So I'm not really worried about that. I think I'm going to just do that. I eat my ration, and then I'm going to barricade. I'm going to spend 3 crafting supplies, just camping outside of her little room. And I'm barricaded in here, and she knows I'm here, which makes sense that she's getting the surprise check. She's like, oh, this foolish mortal. I don't need to make the camp check because, again, I barricaded so many times I can't be bothered. Here we go. Regain all toughness. So I'm basically max health. Ether is over max. Sanity. This is the big roll for me. 3. That's as good as I'm going to get. 8, 9, 10, 11. She's going to knock it down immediately when I go in that room. So that stupid whatever's going on in this domain with the every room I go in, I lose sanity. That hurts. That really hurts. That is a tough event to come across, and I have no magic items to deal with it. That's probably her too. It's probably like, I know I was like possessed, but it is probably her. It's probably like a piece of her that is possessing me. Okay, let's just jump to the top and talk this out real quick. Okay, I think you know where this episode is going next. We're, I guess, taking on this Overseer. I haven't even looked at her stat sheet, but I am in the best position that I can be. Man, you would think the one thing you would want to hang on to is your sanity when fighting an Overseer, and she is getting the surprise attack on me. That said, I'm really hoping she does a lot of magical attacks and I can just keep negating it. She also does some poison crap too, so I haven't even really considered what that's going to do to me. But, wow. I'm very nervous, but very excited. You know where this is going next. I really want to kill this lady, get out of here, so then I can also move on to Warren of the Ratkin. That is what's about to come out, I think, next week. So again, I'm pumping these bad boys out. So we'll see. We'll see how this turns out on the next episode, which will drop tomorrow. Unless you're just watching this after I put all these out, and then it'll drop whenever you click the button to play it. Okay, that is it. Man, I am ready to rock and ready to get rocked. Until next time, stay dorky, my friends.